I've heard people call Peggy all kinds of things. A little hippo, a baby elephant, even a baked potato with legs. And honestly, I can see why. Peggy is hairless, wrinkly, has a little curly tail, and her tongue is almost always hanging out. But the truth is, Peggy couldn't care less. She wakes up every morning, strolls around the house, gives everyone her legendary side eye, and goes right back to being herself. And that's exactly what we love about her.
One in two of us will get cancer in our lifetime. That's quite bad.
I met Peggy when she was only 6 months old. She was the last puppy from an accidental litter. All the other puppies had already found homes, but Peggy was still sitting there, waiting. I looked at her and honestly couldn't understand it. Why doesn't anyone want this dog? To me, Peggy wasn't ugly at all. She was unique, adorable, and there was just something about her that made me fall in love instantly. From the moment I met her, I knew I wanted to bring her home.
We now interrupt your doom scrolling to bring you this.
And the funny thing was, Peggy fit into our family almost immediately. There wasn't some long, difficult adjustment period. She didn't feel like a new member of the family. She walked through the door and somehow everything just clicked. I remember thinking, oh, this is the piece our family was missing. Peggy simply belonged.
Zoom, zoom, I'm zooming over there, I'm zooming over here now, and then I'm everywhere.
She was also the first hairless dog I'd ever held. I remember thinking, wait, is this what dogs are supposed to feel like? Peggy's skin is incredibly soft, almost like what I'd imagine a baby elephant or a little hippo would feel like. Since she doesn't have fur to protect her skin, she needs moisturizer pretty regularly. I always joke, honey, you probably have a better skincare routine than I do.
What's between those ears? Is it a brain? No, just floof.
When Peggy first came home, she also went through a phantom pregnancy. She'd never had puppies, but her body was going through many of the changes associated with pregnancy. Our vet told us that as long as Peggy wasn't uncomfortable and was still happy, we could just let it run its course, and Peggy was fine. She ate, drank, slept, and enjoyed life just like any other dog. Her tongue hanging out has never caused her any trouble either.
What are you doing? Are you taking a pic of me because I'm so cute?
But Peggy's appearance has definitely led to some funny moments. When I take the kids to school, some of the little ones will look at Peggy and ask, "Is that a pig?" And honestly, I can't even blame them. Peggy has a little curly tail and she snorts all the time. Sometimes I look at her and think the comparison isn't completely off. Adults tend to react differently though. Some people love Peggy so much that they've even brought their newborn babies over just to meet her.
Are you gonna get up?
Oh no, thank you. I'm snoozing.
But it's 10 o'clock.
Then Peggy's life started changing in ways I never could have imagined. In 2023, she won the UK's ugliest dog competition. After that, she appeared as Dogpool in Time's Deadpool and Wolverine. She even had a book coming out. Sometimes I look at everything she's accomplished and just laugh. This dog has done more with her life than I have. But even after becoming a celebrity, Peggy is still just Peggy at home, a big, soft, loving baby. She adores the kids in our family, and they've grown up alongside her. My sister lives just a couple of houses away, and whenever she comes over, Peggy absolutely loses her mind with excitement. I've joked before, if my sister and I stood next to each other and made Peggy choose, she'd probably pick my sister. Peggy definitely has her days when she doesn't feel like doing anything. I can tell just by looking at her face. Her side eye could practically speak for her. Some days she'll sit in the weirdest position and stare at me like I've personally done something incredibly stupid. Other times, all it takes is one little change in her expression to make the whole family crack up. I always say, you can almost tell exactly what she's thinking just by looking at her. And I think that's what I love most about Peggy. She has never tried to hide the things that make her different. Her wrinkly skin, her hanging tongue, her curly tail, her little snorts, and the fact that she looks nothing like most dogs. Peggy owns all of it. She doesn't try to be a normal dog. She just gets up every day and lives as Peggy as naturally as possible. I still remember that Peggy was once the last puppy in her litter waiting for someone to choose her. One by one, her brothers and sisters went off to their new homes while she stayed behind. And what makes me happiest is that when we met her, we didn't see a dog that needed to be changed. We just saw Peggy and thought, yep, this is the dog our family has been looking for. Today, Peggy has a family that adores her, kids who have grown up beside her, fans who recognize her, a movie role, and a story that makes countless people smile. But to me, none of that matters as much as simply having Peggy in our lives every day. She's taught me that we don't have to look like everyone else to be loved. Sometimes, the very things that make us different are what make us unforgettable.